Hi everybody, this is Abby with Scrappin' Abby, and I'm back with a project that I just completed for a client of mine. She's always purchasing things for me, for herself and for some friends and whatnot, and I just wanted to do a quick video of this name board that I just made for her before I give it to her tomorrow. So it's kind of an awkward way to do this because it's so long. It's 8 letters. This is her last name. And these are the name board panels that I create. The first one I made was, oh gosh, probably, I can't even think, maybe at least 7 years ago, and it's one I made for myself on my desk. And then I just, make things and I stick them on my desk, and she happened to have seen it and asked me to make some for her, and so I've made some for some other people as well. So they're just kind of one of my staple projects, I guess, that I get lots of requests from people to make. So before I get showing you guys this up close, I do want to say that I will be putting in some photos of this name board so you can kind of see it, all in one, oops, sorry, that's my dog. She just knocked over my cutting board. Let me pick that up here real quick. Sorry about that. Anyway, so I'll be putting some photos in here. That way you guys can see what this looks like all together, like in one photo. And then I'm also going to be having a blog post on my blog about this at scrappin-abby.blogspot.com. So let me share with you guys what I used to create this board. These are just some pieces of a sheet of chipboard. And the funny thing is I have probably 100 of these, and I got these for free because a few years ago, I work for the school district, as I told you guys before. Excuse my voice. I'm starting to get a little cold, I think. And I work in the technology department, and so these are actually the packaging from the Acer netbooks, and so I kept all of these because they were just going to go to the recycle bin. And you can see this is some really nice thick chipboard, and it was free. So it works out the size that I use. First, depending on the client's request. This one I just was able to cut right in half, so it was pretty easy to cut these. That's the chipboard I use. And for the paper collection, she kind of gave me the creative freedom. She didn't select a color palette for herself. She said just pick whatever, because she likes what I do, which is a really huge compliment. But on the other side, it's kind of nerve-wracking because I want to make sure I'm making it, not just to my taste. So I went through my paper stacks, and this is the one I chose to use, the DCWV, the Rustic stack. And I know this is not new, but this is just the one I chose to use. I thought this had some really beautiful colors that would, look very homey and hopefully go with the decor in her home. And I kind of want to make this look a little bit, I guess a little more high-end versus the ones I made for in the past because they were for babies, that kind of thing, for baby shower gifts. So the 4 papers I used from that collection are right here. These are the scraps I have left from when I put them on the chipboard, but I thought these just worked really well together and just had a really nice color palette. And it's kind of overcast here in Oregon, so I apologize if the lighting's kind of wonky, but it's just not a very sunny day right now. And then for the letters, I have some chipboard letters, and what I did is I ran them through one of my Sizzix embossing folders. That's what it looks like on the back side. And then I just took some, this was my test one to see if I liked how it turned out. And then I just used some gold embossing powder on here, and then used some Tim Holtz ink in the walnut stain is what I used on the letters and the edges, just to kind of give it that, kind of old burnished kind of look. I think it looks really cool. And that's what I did for the letters. And then to bind the pages or the panels together, I just used some jute twine. I thought that was just kind of a nice rustic look to kind of go with the paper selection I chose. A little bit of Maillart's trims in there, and then of course the ever so yummy crinkle ribbon from 3 Girl Jam. Specifically, I used some of the antique white from the pink and white bundle. And then I have the Halloween Harvest. And this one over here on the last E, I'll show you in a moment. It's from a variety pack that Julie, the owner of 3 Girl Jam, had sent. This is Halloween Harvest as well, sorry. And that's what this one is. So I thought those colors went really well together. And then I just have some, just some flat back, pearl bling from Want to Scrap. And then these are some paper flowers, roses from Mona Me Gabby. I just altered them with some Lindy's Gang, Stamp Gang sprays, and also some inking from Tim Holtz as well. And I think that's pretty much everything, except for I used obviously some different widths of score tape. So enough of that. Let's get to the fun part, the actual board book. Name board. So not a book actually. I call these like name, like name. I've had people call them, refer to them when they want me to make them, like, you know, name board panels, or, you know, name boards, that kind of thing. I don't really have a proper word for it, but it's just basically, you know, a phrase, or, you know, in this case, it's somebody's last name. And it's on a panel, and these are just the different ones. And you can see here, I chose to use the same paper on the first letter and the last letter, and then also on the back sides. And the reason why is because I thought it was just so pretty and so decorative, and just kind of made it look complete. Typically I kind of mix up the pattern a little bit more than that, but, and that's the first one. There's the letter D. I didn't really do too much to the panels with, you know, this, because it has so much decor already in there, that, you know, really pretty embellished paper. You can see that, and how pretty those letters are. And then there's the I. Just have some pearls on the bottom. And then there's the E, and here's some of that yummy crinkle ribbon from 3 Girl Jam. And all of these papers are textured. They all have a really pretty sparkle in them. It's just really nice. And there's the N, and there are those flowers. And this is what they looked like before, how orange they were. And then I just added some ink, and then some of the Lindy's Scintillating Silver spray. Thought that was pretty. There's the S, and there's that really pretty antique white crinkle ribbon. The letter T, and I just have a little row of some more of those flat back pearls up at the top. There's the E, some more of the yummy crinkle ribbon there from 3 Girl Jam. And then the last panel is the L. And here's that trim from May Arts, and then some more of those flat back pearls. And I did put a little bit of something on the end of this one, just to kind of tie it in with the rest. And I'll go ahead and flip it over so you can see the back side. I always do the back side of all my projects. I'm not saying that this is proprietary to me. I know lots of crafters do that, but I know there's lots of crafters who, you know, don't, like they don't, you know, paper the bottom of a project or something. I slightly have OCD, and I'm a little anal retentive, and so I tend to always do the backs and bottoms of things, even if you're not going to see them. And the reason why I did this one is because it not only gives, so, you know, if she chooses to put this on, you know, a table or something in her home, and, you know, you can still see the back side when you're walking around, well, then you have something really pretty to look at instead of just naked chipboard. And so that was kind of a cool look. And then I'll show you the front side again. And that's, don't ask me to pronounce her name, because I will slaughter it, I'm sure. So anyway, this is her last name. So this is just a really fun project. I'm excited to give it to her. You know, she's just been a long time client, buys all kinds of things for me, special orders, and so it's really cool. And the fun thing about this is that you can do this in folded accordion style, and it gives you a nice, really easy way to store it. I have some I've made for myself for holiday. They say Joy and Noel, and I can fold them up easily, nicely like this, and put them away with my Christmas decorations, and then pull them out each year as I need to do that. So, and it's just a really cute way to package it too, because it's so chunky, and I love how that thickness that looks, and the binding this looks really neat, I think. So that way it's just really portable as well if she needs to do that. And then of course, you know, you can just kind of wave it however you want to for display. So that is my name board panel that I just recently made for a client of mine. And I think that's, I do have another video I'm going to try to post today. My husband's gone hunting, and my son's at work, and my daughter's out of the house for the day. Since my craft room's downstairs now because I needed a bigger space, I kind of have to schedule my videos a little bit more than I used to since I'm in an open area now. But I do have some things I wanted to share with you guys, some goodies I've received in the mail. It's been a little bit since I've done a video, just had a lot going on, birthdays and things like that. So anyway, I just wanted to kind of get this up on the YouTube channel today, and then I'll try to get some photos. I'm hoping the sun comes out or clears up a little bit so it's not such dark photos. And yeah, so there's that. So if anybody watching my YouTube channel is interested in, you know, purchasing one of these or having me make a custom one for you, I've done, like I said, I've been doing these for a long time. Some of these I over embellish, I mean, in a good way for the client. You know, if they like, yes, I want a lot of frou-frou on it, I want a shabby chic. I've done these in all different kinds of color palette sizes. I've made them smaller panels, I've done bigger ones. You know, just either send me a message on my YouTube channel or send me an email, scrapandabby@gmail.com, and I'm more than happy to, you know, make some orders for some people if they're interested in this. And I'm working on my website too. My husband put together for me so I can have this, because I get a lot of people asking me, what kind of things can you make for me that I can purchase from you? So anyway, this is just one of them, just one of my many things I like to create. Just lots of fun. So I'm going to go ahead and stop rambling for now, and I will be back with you guys hopefully later today. Happy crafting!